I'm proud to announce that I have survived midterms and I am done, and now I'm going to take a break and stamp. Hopefully this will go better than the tests did. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to another Rina K YouTube video. Today I am actually going to be making some holiday cards. It's October, but knowing how I handled this last week of exams, by the time December rolls around, I will not have time to make any cards. So we're gonna do one right now. And I'm going to be using a technique that I did in a video a few months back where I made an aged wood background. Except this time I'm going to be making a brick pattern. I found out a cool way you can do that with some ink cubes and a white gel pen that looks really cool. Then I'm gonna be using the Holiday Wreath Builder to make a very simple wreath to hang on the brick wall of sorts, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So here are the products that we're gonna be using today. These are just pieces of paper that are gonna be for the brick background, a layering piece, and then my card base. These are the inks we're gonna be using. This is Christmas Pine, Warm Cocoa, Faded Brick. Of course I had to use Faded Brick for this. And Black Onyx Premium Dye Ink. And then we'll be using these white gel pens. You don't need two, but mine are both running out because I use these to make study cards, and they are kind of dying. So I need two just to be safe. And then I will be using Fine Detail Gold Embossing Powder and Fine Detail White Embossing Powder. And Versamark, I have my dust bag somewhere. And then here is some twine that we will use to hang the wreath. So to get started, we are going to be using this inch-wide piece of paper. I just made this longer than the side of the piece of paper that we're going to use to make the brick pattern, and we can get started by making it. So as I've taught this technique before, you want to have the piece of paper kind of taped down to a piece of scrap paper, and then you want to have an inch-wide piece of paper to make the lines. This is going to be your ruler. And you can make lines on the paper with a light pencil if you want to. I am not going to do that because I like to live life on the edge. And we are going to take our ink cube and just drag it up against the ruler, and it'll make this pattern, I promise. So we're first gonna line it up on this side, and that's how you can ensure that it's straight. How do I already have ink on my hands? I haven't even done anything. So you just want to press down, and drag, like that. Boom. Off to a great start. And then I like to cover this one that I just made. And you can use the bottom piece of the paper to make sure it's even and lined up. And then you just want to make sure that there is not too much white space in between each streak that you make. But if there's a little bit, it's not a big deal. Might take a couple of passes to get it right. So we're just going to continue on the other side. That was a good one. There we go. And it might look dramatically darker on one side, but just let it dry. Give it a second. Okay, and then you might have a little bit at the bottom, and you can just do an extra little one right there, and boom. So now what we're gonna do is just let it cool off a sec so they all go to the same color, and then I'm going to continue using my disposable ruler, and I am going to be lining up on the streaks that we just made, and I'm going to be using my white gel pens, plural, and I'm just going to carefully make a line along the seams that I've created right here. They don't have to be perfect, they probably won't, but just try to get it as close as you can. Hopefully your white gel pens at home are in better shape than mine. Okay, there's one. Can barely tell, but that's okay. This one kind of already has the white streak, but I'm still going to go over it out of respect for my process. I'll switch to a new gel pen because that one has seen better days. Okay, this one's doing better. Look at that. Yes. Okay, and that's how it looks so far. I know it doesn't look like much, but trust me, it'll get a little better. And we're just gonna wait for that to dry a little bit because I cannot risk smearing this. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up going vertically on the lines we've already created, and I am just going to do lines along the side here, just going every other. Line up like that. Beautiful. Mishi, Santa's gonna hear you. There's still plenty of time to be a naughty boy and get on the naughty list. Already starting to look like brick, and now we're going to put a line down the center on the ones we haven't made lines yet. And there we go. Look at that. Perfect bricks. Little aged. That's okay. And then I'll take it off this piece of paper so you can see it in its full glory. And there is our brick look. And this is perfect for making chimneys. So you could have like a Santa Claus going down it, a Santa Claus that will not bring Mishi any yummies if he doesn't be quiet on set. And, you know, just use it for your own personal reasons. So now I'm just gonna let that dry, and now we can make the wreath. And for that, I'm going to be using the Holiday Wreath Builder and the Misty and the Wreath Builder template. Okay, so this is my Holiday Wreath Builder. It's been stained red, but that's going to come with any holiday set, I feel like. And we're gonna start off with this little piece of pine. And I'm actually gonna bring it in a lot closer to the center because I want this wreath to be smaller on the piece of paper so you can still see the brick pattern behind it. So we're gonna start by doing 8 full rotations of this Christmas pine with Christmas pine ink. Okay, and that is so far our finished wreath. As you can see, it's more of like a pinwheel kind of pattern, which I like. And we're gonna take next this little string of berries, kind of, and we're gonna just layer that right on top. It's okay if it overlaps. Real wreaths overlap, and actually, if it doesn't overlap, it's gonna look a little weird. So just trust the process. For this, I'm using faded brick to tie it into the brick background. I don't know what about me filming makes Mishi emotional and start to cry. It's kind of like when my parents used to sing in church. They'd be singing happy songs, nothing too emotional, and I would just be in the front row bawling my eyes out. I don't know why. It's just maybe the sound of my mother singing made me emotional, but it wasn't a good look for the band for sure. To be performing these happy hymns. It's church, it's Sunday, everyone's trying to relieve their stress, and there's a weeping child in the front row ruining it all. Okay, so that's how it looks now. Ooh, I love how that looks. And the last thing we're going to add is this little pine cone right here, and I'm just gonna attach it to the end on the pine part. Yeah, I'll put it right there. So I will be fussy cutting this. I want to practice it because my friend Simon Hurley is always fussy cutting and he's so good. And I just want to get to the next level of stamping where you can successfully cut out an image without the use of a die. So wish me luck. We will be using warm cocoa for this. There we go. Perfect little holiday wreath to hang on a brick wall. So now I am going to cut this out, and this is going to be a task and a half. And I'm going to be using my Tonic Tim Holtz scissors, and we're just gonna hope for the best. I don't even know how to start this. I'm just gonna cut this corner off. Let's start there. Actually, I'm gonna cut around it. How about that? It's done. No, I honestly might. Oh no, I cut off some of the stupid. No! Oh well, just don't look at that one. It's supposed to be relaxing. I was supposed to be able to do this. This is not accounting. With the exception of scalping one of my pine cones, it turned out pretty cute. Just gonna ignore her. And next we are going to put the greeting on a circle die. I have these dies. I don't know where I got them. They kind of just appeared in my stamp room, but circle dies are not that hard to come by. This is 1.5 inches in diameter, and as you can see, it covers the center nicely, but not my mess up, unfortunately. And we're going to be stamping a greeting on here and embossing it, so we can do that next. All right, so here is our little 1.5 inch circle, and I'm going to first dust bag this. And then I have these words already lined up. This says Holiday Wishes, and this is from the Wishes stamp set that has a bunch of fun little greetings in it, and I picked Holiday Wishes because it's honestly one of the only greetings I can find to fit on this circle, and I just think it's a good, nice little thing to add on a wreath. And I need to use my Versamark, and we're going to be using the Fine Detail Gold embossing powder with this. Okay, I see it on there. So now we can do this. Okay, that's cute. Now I need my, one moment. Dear Santa, it's Rina here. All I want is everything in my craft room to be where I left it. Sister Alicia found it. Back to it. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Perfect. So this is what we have so far. As you can see, look at that shine. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to mount this on top of my brick, and I'm going to be taping this down completely because the circle did get a little warped from the embossing. Mishi! This isn't about you. Trying to spread holiday cheer. So we're going to do this kind of not exactly in the center, but a little bit below it because I'm going to be attaching some twine up here to make it look like it's hanging. Okay, so these are enamel sticky back dots by the Outlet and Brad's, and these are just black ones. They look like this, and I am going to be cutting out a little bit of twine. First, I'm going to pop this up with some 3D foam squares. So I wrapped my twine just around the wreath like this, and now I'm just going to tie it in a little bow up here. Now I know why my mom used to always call me down into her stamp room so my tiny finger could hold down her ribbon while she made a bow. So finally, once this is stuck on there, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape right there and just seal that down like so. And then you can add a little bow if you want, if you can. Ta-da! All right, you know what? We're gonna scrap the bow. We're gonna scrap the bow.
Bring my finger in?
No, I mean, I can just tie it and then like cut it all pretty simple. It only took 45 minutes to do. And now we can seal it to the card and it'll be finished. And as you can see, I cut this wrong because all of my tests this week have taken away my ability to think. So we're gonna just roll with it. And I'm gonna make a little design down here with the white gel pen. I'm just gonna do some dots. So that is our finished card. Perfect, almost perfect, ignore that. Cut out wreath, hung up on a brick wall with some dots. So yeah, I have officially one card ready for the holiday season. So for my last video, I don't even remember the question I asked, to be honest, but the winners of that giveaway are right here. So if you see your name here, remember to submit I won the Rina K giveaway to info@ginakdesigns.com. We will send you your $25 gift certificate right away. Holiday season is coming up and there's a lot of goodies coming out, so you're going to want to answer this question to possibly win the next gift certificate, which is, what are you looking forward to most for the upcoming holiday season? I am most excited for Thanksgiving, actually, because I am in charge of cooking our entire Thanksgiving meal, so can't wait to mess it up and leave halfway through dinner in tears. But that's the end of the video. This is the finished card. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye!